Hi there, it's Metaverse Zing. Welcome back to the channel. For all the curious ones out there, in this video we'll discuss what Upland is up to lately and what we can expect in the near term and long term future. Before that, sharing a few personal updates. First of all, yesterday we had the Mother's Day special Block Explorer sale. I was lucky enough to get all three of them, the vase, the macaroni and the card. They look so beautiful. I think I was 250th for macaroni, 750th for the card, and probably 800th for the vase. If I have to make a guess, I would say anybody who was in the top 1000 or maybe 900 would have been able to get one. Second, I don't think I'm going to sell them anytime soon. I'll probably hold on to them in case I set up my own Block Explorer shop in the future, for which Upland asks you to have at least 50 explorers right now to be able to apply one for one. Even if I don't set up a shop in the future, I'll still hold on to them and might even conduct a giveaway when I have more following on this channel. So yeah, not gonna sell them. Second, I got lucky again. I got my first exclusive treasure hunt reward, which is this one. Got 0.1 spark in it. So I don't really do competitive hunts because they are so competitive. People get them in like 35 seconds, 40 seconds, 45 seconds. So, but I was doing a standard chest back then at that time, and suddenly a red arrow appeared for exclusive treasure hunt. It took me about 5 seconds to realize what really happened, and then probably another 10 seconds to get that. So if I scroll down to the bottom of today's treasure hunts, yes, this one. So I got this golden oven with 0.1 spark in it. Okay, number 3, I've been saving up my passive earnings for about a day and a half now, maybe more like 42-44 hours. Just wanted to show you guys how it helps to have multiple properties across the city. For example, I think in these 2 days, in 40-42 hours, I've got about maybe 40 visits from people, and which would probably be about 800 UPX from the visits. Now I have the lowest visitor fee in Queens, LA, and in Detroit I have 10 UPX. The lowest is 5, but I'll change that as well. So anyway, I have the lowest visitor fee, and that's how I've got 800 UPX. If it had been average or maybe a little higher, I would have been able to get 1600 UPX or maybe 2000 UPX from the visits in these 2 days. So that's number 3. Now back to the interesting topic, what's up in Upland lately? First of all, there is this Genesis week. On June 6, 2019, the first property ever was minted in Upland in San Francisco. So we're kind of celebrating the 3rd birthday of Upland. This time it's gonna be a live event happening in Las Vegas. So if you can physically attend, please do. You can get your tickets down here. All you have to do is go to upland.me/events and find Genesis week, and then scroll down to this section. If you cannot attend physically, I would still recommend you to join virtually, because it's gonna be crazy. There will be a lot of good news, amazing announcements, and a lot of rewards. What Upland team has to say about it? Starting June 6, 2022, they'll kick off an entire week of events, which includes challenges, tours, hunts, live streams, giveaways, and more. And also a variety of live in-person events in Las Vegas. So what else is there? If we go to this section, join us live and in person, it says there are happy hours with the Upland team. I believe this is more of a physical event where you're hanging out with the Upland team. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then there's a live city opening with the Upland team. I believe this is basically a new city launch. So if you previously missed Queens or you did not do well, this is your chance to do better this time in the 2nd week of June. If I have to speculate, I would say it probably is Las Vegas, because it makes sense, right? The event is in Las Vegas, the Upland team and the community is going to be there. And also because Las Vegas is home to one of the NFL teams, Las Vegas Raiders, which previously was Oakland Raiders. So it kind of completes the Upland's plans of covering all the NFL cities first. By the way, if you do not follow NFL, you should definitely check out the Allegiant Stadium of Las Vegas Raiders. It's really beautiful. It looks very scientific. Yeah, so if it's there, I'm pretty sure that we cannot get it. It's gonna be owned by NFLPA, but I'm definitely gonna buy something around this. It's just so beautiful, so iconic. Next up, a live roadmap update and AMA. So it's basically I'll be covering roadmap in this video, but that will be a more refreshed and more updated roadmap where you get to understand more details from the Upland team, and also an AMA where you can ask questions about anything, and the founders will answer them. Then there's awards party and special event exclusive for chief executives. So yes, all of you chief executives out there, you get some special treatment. I'm still far behind becoming a chief executive, so I guess I'm not in it. Next up, weekly Spark login bonus giveaway. So any player who collects at least 4 weekly Spark bonuses in the weeks leading up to Genesis week, that is between May 4th and June 5th, if you've got 4 weekly Spark bonuses, which you get every 7 days, you get one entry into the giveaway to win a special prize. Now, I do not know what the special prize is, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be very special. So please log in every day. Please do not miss a chance to participate in this lottery and win something big. Now to the biggest, grandest prize in the history of Metaverse. One of a kind M Motor Series 1 Genesis trim. Yes, that's right. Upland will be unveiling its first ever meta car in this event. From the looks of it, let me just go to that page. Yes, from the looks of it, I would say it's a sports car and it's definitely gonna be very important in the racing events which Upland will introduce in the future. So please make sure you're participating in the events. How do you win it? We do not really know right now, but basically there are gonna be a couple of daily in-game events which you'll participate in. And after participating in the events, you'll get some tickets. For example, it could be as simple as mint 2 properties in the day and you get 1 ticket, or sell 2 properties in the day and earn 1 ticket, or maybe like participate in 1 treasure hunt, etc. So at the end of the week, all of the tickets you've earned will enter a lottery, and one of the lucky tickets will probably be picked, and that winner will get the grand prize, which is the first ever meta car. So whoever wins the car is definitely gonna be a very lucky person, very popular, because it's the first ever in the history of Upland that you're getting a car, and whoever wins that precious treasure is surely gonna be very lucky. Now, I don't recommend you to sell it, because why would you? But even if you sell it, it's easily gonna be sold for at least somewhere between 3 million to 5 million UPEX, again because of the value it provides. It's gonna be the first ever car. It's announced on the Genesis week, as well as it's gonna be used in the racing as well. So do not miss your chance. I hope you win it. Now, I don't have very high hopes from it because it's gonna be very competitive. Pretty much everybody would want to fight for this. So don't have high hopes, but yes, if I win, I'll be very happy. Next up, roadmap. Now this page is slightly outdated and the timeline does look a bit off, but this is sufficient for you to understand what Upland is planning next. Personally, I really like when companies put out their roadmap in public, because that gives customers and potential customers a chance to interact with companies' roadmap, figure out what else is coming in the future and how they can use those features for themselves. Now, I understand some companies do not do it because they do not want to reveal what else they're planning to the competitors. Some companies have different reasons, like maybe the timeline won't be met. But regardless, this is a really good idea, and even I would like to have something like this implemented at work someday. So anyway, in roadmap, I'll cover vertically and then horizontally. So there are different buckets. I'll start with Metaverse mechanics. I'll touch upon each of these and then move to the next one, which is Meta Ventures, then Legends and NFT portal, etc. Since it's a long list, I'll probably skim through the less interesting parts and stress more on the features that matter the most to you. So anyway, let's get started. First of all, Metaverse mechanics. The number one feature is property collection updates. It says Q4 2021. It was launched, I think, like a month or two ago. It's basically about revamping the way collections were shown in the UI. If I just go back to my profile. Oh yeah, the daily check-in. So yes, let me just close this once. Yes. So previously the chip stack used to look very different. It was like a skyscraper. The number of collections you've earned will be equal to the number of stacks you see for that particular type of collection. For example, a standard collection which is blue, if I have 16 here, you would have seen 16 chips, which makes a skyscraper. So now they have revamped that and shortened it because it's a lot more neater. Second, what they've done is they've also added a collection timer. So now you have to hold on to your collections for a certain period of time to be able to get the rewards out of it. This was done to prevent temporary swaps happening between the players. So for example, I have some limited collection, somebody else has a different one. We'll just swap, we'll collect the login, the collection bonus, and then we'll trade back. So to prevent that, now we have to hold on to the collections for a certain period of time. I would not be able to show this because I don't think I have any collection which is due. But anyway, that was it. It's pretty much done, so I'm gonna skip that. Spark weekly login bonus. What you just saw right now is the daily Spark login bonus. So if you log in every day, at the end of the week you'll get some Spark. It could be 0.01, 0.02, or 0.03. It's purely random. So that's it. Next is support for user-generated content at scale. I believe it has something to do with whatever content we are publishing as users. It could be in the form of videos like I do. It could be a text-based thing. It could be a guide as well. So all of that will be collated at a certain place, I guess. Not very sure about this, but from what I see, there is a community directory, and you see all of the data tools, etc. in here. So maybe they're trying to do something about it. Not very sure. I'll have to get more clarity on this. Apex earnings accumulation cap. It's basically, if I go back to my profile, right now I have 11,000 worth of passive earnings to be collected. So basically there will be a certain cap beyond which it will not increase, and I'll have to come back, collect that, and then reset it. I think this is done most for the whales who are using Upland as a way to passively earn 17 or 18% interest, annual interest on their income. If you go to a bank, it'll probably be 3 or 4%. Some traditional investment portals might give you, platforms might give you 8%, 9%, maybe 15 or 16%, but that's rare and has a lot of risk. So maybe the whales are now just putting in all of their money into Upland and just enjoying that 18% annual earnings. While I understand it's 14.3% annual earning, the base earning, but then you have collections and other things which kind of increase the amount for you. So yeah, that's the next thing. So even if they have to do it, I would say for such whales who are just putting in the money and then coming back after 3 or 4 months to just collect the Apex, it would still probably be a big Apex cap of maybe say 500,000 or something, because they don't want to make it very unfriendly for the users. Next up in the roadmap is property management tools. It's due for Q2. I'm not very sure what they are trying to do, but I believe it has something to do with being able to manage your own properties better filters to be able to do something. When you click it, you don't get any details. So I'm not really sure what they're planning to do there. Then there are a couple of things like UNFT bundle swap. I believe this is swapping NFTs in bundles, like Legits or block explorers. You have segmented in-app messaging. This is very important because right now I'm heavily relying on Discord to find users to trade with. So first of all, I see a property in Upland. Now I've got the username. Then I'll try to find them on Discord. And some of them will not be active on Discord. So then I do not have any other way to interact with them. So it's a great way to be able to message each other in app. And I believe in-game communication has something similar to do. Then there are neighborhood ratings. This will be great. I think this is, let me see if it opens up. It doesn't. So I think this is where you'll have ratings for each neighborhoods, and then your earnings and everything will be decided on that. So kind of like collections, but maybe it has something to do with nodes. So whatever nodes you're making will kind of have an impact on the neighborhoods. The next one is NFT USD front load. Not very sure what that means, or escrow. You would be able to purchase Apex with your USD balance. So for example, right now in my profile, I have $1.74, so I could use it to purchase Apex in the future. Right now I cannot. Then there is Spark Exchange. I believe you're renting your Spark and somebody else is paying you in Apex for that. So it's something like that. And then there are home experiences. I think this is going to be really cool. If this is what I feel it is, then maybe you'll have your own home within Upland, and then you can decorate it from the inside and people can come and visit it. Just like you do right now in Decentraland or similar platforms. Next up, Meta Ventures. Number 1, Block Explorer Shop. So you would have already seen a Block Explorer shop in the game. Let me just show you one right now. So I'm in San Francisco. This is Upco Explorers. So I go to shop now and I see a list of all the Block Explorers he's selling. I can just go and purchase one, or I can ask him to list one of mine. Anyway, closing that for now. So if this is already done, why is it here? Right now it's in beta, so players have to apply to set up their own shop. Then Upland team will select a few of them. Right now I think there are about 50 shops in total, including block explorers as well as NFLPA, and then they have selected a couple more for the next batch. But in the future, anybody would be able to set up their own shop, and that's the dream. That's the North Star thing for them. Yes, eventually any player will be able to set up a business. Next up, venture dues model. Again, it's connected to block explorer shops. So the shop owners will have to pay some venture dues on a monthly basis, which is decided based on the I think the median earnings in that genre in that city, and that's how it works. So NFLPA fan shops, these are already live. Right now again it's in beta modes. A couple of players applied and Upland team had selected a few. Let me see if I can show you an NFLPA shop right away. Maybe this one. Yes. So if I open this, you can buy all of the players' jerseys and caps in here. So all of the NFLPA shops will have this sign on top of them. Again, it's in beta mode, so eventually the end goal would be for anybody to be able to set up one. Next up, outdoor decor shops. We don't have these right now, but if you have realized, there were special decoration pieces attached to your buildings. For example, there was a Halloween theme or Christmas theme. People would decorate their buildings and with certain ornaments. So there would be a specific dedicated shop for this. Next is NFT galleries. I believe this is basically if you have bought any NFT art within Upland or outside of Upland, you should be able to present them in the Upland metaverse. So for example, if I bought something on OpenSeas, I should be able to move it to Upland and then showcase it maybe in the home experiences in the future. So I'm not very sure how Upland exactly plans it, but even if it's within Upland right now, for example, all the NFT assets I've got, my block explorers, player jerseys, etc., etc. Even if those I'm able to present somewhere within Upland, that would be nice. Next up is structured blueprint shops. I believe you're kind of, maybe it's about people designing their own structures and then other people purchasing those blueprints to be able to set up their own house, which looks like that. Then structured ornament shops. These are the ornaments basically that we have discussed already. Then there are cafes. So I believe cafes is where people will hang out in the future. Just like you have Discord cafes right now. So people, all the explorers will come to a place, they'll talk to each other, they'll chit chat. This will be a really nice feature. I could not find more information on it right now, but I'll definitely be looking forward to the Genesis Week AMA and the live roadmap updates, because I'm pretty sure they'll touch upon this feature there. And then connecting players to brand partners through UGC. I believe it's just about being able to partner with the brands. Then moving on to legits, this is the NFL piece. So legit collections, just like we have property collections right now, collect 5 properties in a certain neighborhood, 3 properties in a certain neighborhood or a street, and then you make a collection. Similarly, these will be there will be legit collections for say 3 jerseys from a certain team, or maybe from a certain game, or like a Super Bowl kind of collection. That's what it probably means. Autographs will come after collection. So this is already in progress. So I'm very looking forward to it. It's supposed to be launched in Q2, but even if it's done in Q3, that's still nice. Next one is autographs. You can also get player autographs. So if you're aware, Tom Brady already has this company autographs.io, where you can get autographs of different players. So I'm assuming Upland is trying to do something similar, and because they already have this NFL PA legits ecosystem within it, it makes sense. Maybe you've had to like burn 5 legits to be able to collect one autograph. Next up is replicas. These are the player replicas, again a part of the legits. Spotlights, new partnerships, etc., etc. Moving on to NFT portals, nothing very interesting for you to know. Next one is cars. Number 1, car NFTs. Just like you've got Block Explorer NFTs, NFLPA NFTs, or ornaments, etc., you would soon have car NFTs as well. A part of it will be announced in the Genesis Week event live in Las Vegas, where we'll have the unveiling of one-of-a-kind M Motors Series 1 Genesis trim, which will be a start of something big, and soon anybody would be able to own these car NFTs after the manufacturing is done, which is the second piece in the roadmap, meta car manufacturing. So we already have got one of the factories set up in Santa Clara by M Motors. So basically, there will be a factory and they'll start soon manufacturing cars. Maybe it requires Spark to manufacture a car, or maybe it doesn't. We'll see that. But yes, once the manufacturing starts, more people will be able to own cars in the metaverse. Number three, cars as transportation. It's still pending, it's not in progress, so that means it's far into the future. But I'll start with racing first, which is already planned. So we have a couple of videos on YouTube as well. I won't show them right now. I'll probably link them in the description. So racing is the first use case Upland is starting with. So once you've owned these cars, you can use your cars to participate in these races, which are automated. So you don't really drive the cars right now. They'll drive by themselves. And every car will have certain traits, like one car will have better handling, maybe one car has better acceleration, and then you have driver explorer as well. So even the block explorer will have certain driver traits, which will kind of add up and make your car amazing. So yes, you'll participate in racing among others. There are a couple of racetracks, and the winners will get some prize. Beside that, there are two other use cases: cars as transportation and cars for passengers and cargo. So I believe cars as transportation is basically just now you use planes or planes or trains or buses to travel, or like just sending your explorer from one place to another. You can also use cars in the future. So you'll just say, okay, car, take me from point A to point B. Maybe it'll take a little bit longer, but yes, that will be the idea. Number two, passengers and cargo. I believe eventually you can use cars as an Uber service. You can ride share with somebody else and together go to a different city. For example, right now you're in Queens, but you want to go to Manhattan for some reason. So you can have your friends along, or you can just carry some other passengers, and they'll give you some rent for it, and then you all will go together to Manhattan. Next up is cargo. Cargo, I'm not very sure why it is here, but I believe soon we'll have different kind of resources in the metaverse which we can use to trade with each other or build something else. So this will be nice. Maybe it's about setting up your own factories. Somebody owns certain resources, you own different resources, so you can use those trucks or ships to move pieces from one place to another. Beside that, there are things about developer relations, infrastructure, so not very keen on discussing these right now. So that's pretty much it. If I've left anything, or if you feel I've done something wrong in this video, please do comment in the video so that I can correct that. I don't really have a lot of clarity on some of these, so I'm just kind of making wild guesses. But I hope we'll have more clarity in the Genesis Week event live in Las Vegas. So yeah, I look forward to it. Lastly, if you have any questions or feedback, please post it in the comments. I'll definitely have a look at it. Or if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me in my Discord server as well. The link will be in the description below. That's all. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Bye.